I think I am. Peace, YouTube. Peace, YouTube. This is FleurBrun coming to you today with some revelations. And I know I haven't been on in a while, and I will kind of discuss that in a little bit. But I want to thank everybody. I don't even know if I'm on, y'all. I'm out in the middle of a forest with some coffee beans. With some coffee beans. Peace, everyone. Peace to the east, west, north, and the south. This is FleurBrun coming to you today. It's really quiet. And I'm close to like a little small airlines. Okay. Hey, everybody. Bon dia. Rather, boa tarde. Buenas noches. Buenos dias. Buenas tardes. Salut, salut. Bonjour, bonjour. So check on in. I'm trying not to. I don't know when the sun is going to go down. I think it's going to go down soon, and I'm avoiding being eaten with my coffee beans. So let me fix myself. You know, FleurBrun notice, but I just want to let me say, for many of you who know what's happened. Hey, AJ. I want to thank, I don't know who it is. I just want to thank the anonymous. Thank you so much for whoever, I could be a zombie. I'm not sure. But I want to thank the anonymous who made a really nice donation, a couple donations for my mom. I don't know, some of you know that my mom just transcended. Our dragon has just transcended into the etheric realms. And for a bit, I was a little bit in shock. So I want to thank whoever it was. It was such a beautiful gesture. And for your donation, I didn't ask for it. I want to thank you, whoever. I don't know who did, but I want to thank whoever gave a donation towards my mom. Thank you so much. And definitely, many of you know she loved butterflies. So what I'll do for the donation that you gave me, there's a butterfly sanctuary that she really likes. And so I'll donate some of that money for her on her behalf to the butterfly sanctuary, and to get her some beautiful, it was such a generous donation. Like I said, I'm thankful. I don't know who it is, so I want to thank you. It's been really challenging. Many of you know my mom I'm really close to my mother as my children. So again, I want to thank the anonymous. It was maybe a couple people. Thank you so much for the donations. I appreciate it. And it'll go directly towards her. Thank you for that. I didn't expect it, but I'm thankful and I'm grateful. So thank you about that. Okay, so check on in. It's kind of what initiated this video. Since you haven't seen me in a while, the beautiful, oh, thank you, Indigo Angel. I love Indigo Angel. Thank you. It's kind of what initiated me to come on and make the video, because there's been a lot of amazing supernatural, oh, thank you, Susu. Thank you, AJ. Oh, look at the butterflies. My mom loved butterflies, and that's why I'm in nature. This is like, so my mom, right? She's such a beautiful woman. And when you see a lot of my personality, which many of you may or may not like, you can thank her. She was ushered into the astral world, and she gifted me with some opening and some revelation, which was amazing. And I thought it was definitely time for me to share, because that's what I am to you. I'm kind of like a pillar of information, sharing from my list of things that thank you, Jamoji. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Yeah, so it took me a while to come on, and the zombies will have me tonight. So they'll hear more of what's happened, more of the revelations. But I wanted to come on and to share I know a lot has happened. Many of you celebrated or acknowledged non-Independence Day, because you know it's kind of like a smooth that they'll have 4th of July. And, people celebrate independence when we are far from independent, right? And I wanted to talk about the contact that I had, Brother Panic. I didn't want to put him in the title, but I want to let me give a shout out. I know many of you who may or may not know Brother Panic. He transcended, I believe. Can someone update me on Brother Panic? I think he transcended in October. Many of you know that Brother Panic, especially in the later parts of the year, had given a series of amazing, just priceless videos on transcending, those walking into, ushering yourself into the what we perceive to be death. Well, death doesn't exist. Obviously, if you have a soul, you always coexist, right? So Brother Panic had transcended, and I had to come on here because so many things had happened and so much contact has happened since my mother transcended. And it's fresh and new. She actually made her journey on July the 1st. So there were a couple things that happened before that I wanted to share, and also things that I have to share with you. I think it'll help, and it's cathartic to me. So just know, sometimes when I come on, I definitely come on for you guys, but I definitely come on for myself. This is cathartic, and I miss you, because talking to my YouTube family who's been a party to me for a long time, it totally helps. It's it's a weird kind of feeling, like maybe I don't know a lot of you personally, but you do affect me energetically. Like when I come on here and I speak to you, it's like energetically we're intertwined and we kind of know each other in like an etheric way. Because remember, I think we're in my concept is that we're in a holographic, sorry, this little blue. I'm in a jungle and I'm about to, listen, I'm carrying 2 coffee beans. I have them in my bra. I've got more to kind of help with the mosquitoes that are about to eat me up. I'm probably gonna end up going to the inside in a minute with y'all. But uh what was I saying? I just feel like we're in a holographic experience, and a lot of us are probably in chrono state beds right next to each other. So sometimes when we resonate with each other, it's because we might be in closer proximity than we know. That's just my concept. Whether you agree or not, it just may be your concept of what we're coexisting in. So I wanted to kind of talk about Brother Panic and how he came to be before my mother transcended. And big up to the zombies, because I don't know why I do it to myself. I always make a comment like something never happens. I was like, well, I was saying to the zombies before my mother passed, I said to the zombies, it's amazing to me that no one had contact with Brother Panic. And Brother Panic was so powerful. I think there's a YouTuber called Yusef, and he said he saw him in a super realm where he created his own realm. But I said this, oh, and let me say this again to the person, because I don't know if I said it again. Thank you to whoever donated. It was anonymous. It was a couple donations. Thank you so much for making donations towards my mom. I don't know who it was. Could be zombies or otherwise. I really appreciate it. I didn't expect it. It was so beautiful. Thank you. And that'll go towards my mom, and like flowers, or actually the butterfly sanctuary, which she loved. So I'll be giving those donations to my to things that she really loved and valued. Because I think that's the biggest honor. Like when you donate, especially for something like that, I want to make sure it goes to her. Like even though she's in the etheric realm, it's like her energy. And like, I don't know, it kind of, whatever I can do to like bring to something that she loved in this physical realm would be great. So thank you. I thank you so much. Okay, so I said to the zombies before my mom transcended, I said, how come Brother Panic hasn't come to anyone? I was like, I've not heard anyone. And I think 1 or 2 of the zombies said, well, there was a gentleman called Yusef who he saw Panic had created a whole realm. So something had happened. I had contact with a green being when I was away. And then all of a sudden, Panic, and I know it's going to seem crazy to y'all, but you've known me for years, so I don't make these things up. I couldn't possibly, because it's was crazy how it happened. So after I made this comment that Panic hadn't contacted anyone, I get a request. I'm not lying to you. I get a request. I shouldn't say not. I haven't lied to you. I get a request from a picture, and it looks like Panic. So I was like, wait a second, this looks like Brother Panic. And I open it and it's Brother Panic's page friending me. So I flipped out. I was like, oh my God. I was like, this was the contact. Because again, I talk myself. I always say something, whenever I talk smack about something, I always get it like hit my face. You ever see that? So Brother Panic had literally contacted me. It was a form of contact, but I didn't realize what it would do with my mother's transcendence. And I want to give a big up to all the dragons, those who are Chinese dragons, because I know the dragons were predicted to have the year of ascension, for some of them to transcend in this year. A lot of people have dragons. Dragons are the ones who hold reverence and higher knowledge and a certain kind of strong, like, heirloom divinity. And a lot of the dragons are now deciding to satisfy their contracts and leave this realm. With them doing so, as with my mother, they actually open and give us the opportunity to open up locked realms, which happens when my mother transcended. And I got to give a shout out to Brother Panic in the other realm. Thank you for showing me and reminding me that sometimes it's just a matter of asking and accepting the receiving. Thank you, Brother Panic. I really appreciate you reminding me once again. So anyway, so my mother transcended, and we were having a hard time, as many of you would know. I'm very close to my mother. As you know, with my father, but very, 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 very close to my mom. She's like my love. She's like the love of my life. So big up to also Saki, who showed up in the realm with Panic's realm. So when my mother left, as many of you know, when one of your parents transcend, depending on the energetic level they're on. Now, mind you, I always used to call my mom a matrix mom, but what I I ultimately got a chance to witness is my mother, though in this realm she perceivably didn't show up as what we perceive as conscious, like we judge it as like a form of consciousness, like the verbal acknowledgement of certain things energetically, but she was super, super wise, like a dragon. Many of you, big up to the dragons in here, y'all. Oh, thank you, Anubis land. Thank you. Thank you, Anubis land. I appreciate it. So my mom, I used to call a matrix mom, as many of you know, but she was one of the wisest people, like the dragons. So I want to give a shout out to all the dragons in here. Big up to all my dragons. You are so amazing. I don't know if you know, but my mom reminded me of what you are to us in this realm, what you represent to us, what you open up to us, what you allow access to. So big up to all the dragon energy in here. I'm humbled to the process of the transcending and going into realms that I perceivably didn't even know existed. So, needless to say, I entered into a realm where my mother unlocked a very powerful realm, which now I know is where Brother Panic had created. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Didn't have to do that, Delmache. Thank you, Delmache. I'm going to talk to you tonight. Thank you. You're so sweet. Thank you. You don't have to do that. Thank you so much. Thank you. So Brother Panic, I guess because my mother, whenever an ancestor crosses, especially if it's a parent, and I've talked about this with my father before, they gift you with their, like, certain revelations that come with them spiritually, like certain doorways, gifts, spiritual heirlooms that come with them energetically. But what we perceive to be our people on the landmass, on the actual physical, what we call the holographic, matrix, is totally different, and how their soul emanates in the other realms. And what I realized, yeah, my mom left me a key to a realm and allowed me access to Brother Panic's labyrinth. And y'all, big up to Saki, because I spoke to Saki today. Big up to Saki because Saki was there. Many of you know Saki for many years, part of my platform. You've known her from the conferences, from, I don't know, my ciphers. You've known her. Oh, God, you guys don't have to do that. Thank you so much, Summer Breeze. Thank you. Oh, don't make me cry. It's too early. You know I get emotional. I'm a Sag, and I hate to get emotional so early. Thank you, Summer Breeze. Like I said, it'll go to my mom, like things that she loved and so on. And we're going to do a beautiful memorial for her, for the people who really loved her. She was a teacher, as many of you know, special ed. So she has a host of amazing connections with the children and teachers. Big up to the teachers, because y'all are really the bomb.com, especially in this time frame. She was a teacher years ago, but many of you know I give the big up to y'all, because y'all are dealing with a new energy of children. So let me say, my mother unlocked a, she allowed, let me say this, it wasn't that she had a key. Because her energy was so powerful beyond what I comprehended, she allowed me access to Panic's realm, or Panic gave me an invitation, regardless, to his realm based on my mother's transcendence, which I've just, listen, y'all, this is a whole nother realm, like, if you haven't got a chance, for anyone who doesn't know, just, I don't know if the videos are still up, if someone can kind of link the videos to Brother Panic. If you've not known, like, he was an occultist, but he literally gave us the keys to unlocking, when you transcend this physical body, how you go. So you build, I don't want to go too deep, because it's like you build houses, like if you, let me, let me slow down. I'm excited because I haven't spoken to you, and it's kind of like I want to make sure I keep, my mom is also a Capricorn, so I'm not very grounded because she was my anchor here. So let me kind of explain. Brother Panic did a series of videos on transcending. Powerful. They're like 10 hours, 18 hours. I mean, it's these are the things of an occultist that you would have to pay thousands of money, thousands of dollars for, like, because they keep this bit of information locked for a good reason. Because if you knew how powerful you were out of body when you transcend this physical form, it would allow you to understand that everything that happens in this physical realm is not as relative to what we truly are outside of our bodies. That's all that is. Like, he's the bomb. I love it. Thank you. Delmashe shared the video, y'all. Tag it. If you have time, and I'm talking to everyone in here who had a parent, especially Oracle. Big up to Oracle, was one of my Zombies who also lost her dad a little while ago. It really was awesome. I built my mom a house in the etheric realm based on the teachings of Brother Panic. This allows for those of us who have family members or ourselves to have time when we transcend out of the body, somewhere to go, to be able to kind of recollect ourselves. And also, because there's a holding on the other side right now, they have a holding, meaning that because we're in reset, PoleShift, ascension time, cycle 9, which is the end. Sorry, y'all, I'm outside of the end, make sure I'm appropriate. We aren't allowed to incarnate right now. So all of the humans that are transcending, souls, because not everybody here is a soul. You already heard my comment, y'all. You know what I'm talking about, right? I don't want to get into that, because then, I get into judgment, then that's a whole nother conversation. But if you've watched my videos, you've seen me for a while, you understand that there isn't everything here is real. There's a lot of holographic people. There are soulless people. There are people that just are bodies that are just hosts for entities to walk in and experience the human realm here. So not everybody's the same. So Panic, I actually built a house for my family in the other realm. And you kind of build it. He kind of teaches you how to do that. And that way, when you transcend, if you are not as conscious, or you need time while you're in holding, you have a place that's spiritually protected. So you aren't just like walking or existing in the interim, like, what is it called? Like, Dante's, like, it's like Dante's Inferno, right? Walking in, like, what is it called? Purgatory. Because what's happening now is that people are being held in a huge holding grid, an energetic grid. Willy Wonka, the Satanists, the Babylonian Jesuits, you know who I'm talking about. They have an energetic grid. And now with Starlink and all of these other forms of technology, the grid is holding souls that are transcending. So there isn't as a holding center now for souls. So they aren't able to go to the next level. That's why you're seeing a lot of channels that are able to speak to people who've died over spirit boxes. Because you got to ask yourself, how can someone like Kanika, I forgot her name, Kanika Jenkins, there's a wonderful girl called Candace Starr. She does these spirit box readings with the box that actually hosts spirits to be able to talk through it. That's like my secret. I love listening to some of these things. They're amazing. And a lot of spirits keep coming back because they're not transcending. They're not going to the different layers and levels before they either get recycled back here or they go outside of the firmament if they qualify to do so. Okay? So, needless to say, I created based on a lot of the teachings that Brother Panic. That's why I got to give him I gave him all the smoke before, y'all. That's why I say it's bittersweet. If you know me for a while, I talked a lot of smack about Brother Panic. And then many of you know, if you stayed around for the full 360-degree circle that I've done, I've apologized because he was so much grander and bigger and more wisdom bearing than I gave him credit for. He didn't need my credit, but he was. It was kind of like just immaturity, being too surface dwelling in my concepts of things. And once I overstood and overcame that and saw the value of who he was as